God, that was a freaking amazing episode. Oh my god. I am so hyped after watching the season finale. My god. Perfect execution, in my opinion. Welcome back, or if you're new, hello. My name is Wilson, and I'm going to be covering OZARK Season 3, Episode 10, titled All In. It is the season finale, and it was incredible. Like, jeez, I'm so hyped. Usually I'm like so tired, but man, God, I need to stop. Let's move on. So basically, this is just like a review, like my thought process of the episode, a recap, whatever you want to call it. It's just about me talking about like what went down in the episode and what each character did. But whew, I am so hyped. All right, let's start things off small, okay? We're gonna go in order by character and all that. And there's gonna be a lot of jumping and around and all that, but just know this episode is incredible. If you don't watch OZARK, you're missing out. But I'm assuming that you do watch OZARK because you're watching a review on Season 3, Episode 10, right? Right? Okay. So, Marty Bird. So, it's been confirmed that Wendy and Marty knew that they would get Nelson to kill Ben because Ben was a huge liability. Nelson came, Marty helped dispose the body and collected his ashes. And Ruth was also there, and she was wondering how they found Ben because she knows he's dead. She's super sad about it. Why wouldn't she be? But she is just very distressed and sad that he's gone. So Marty also needed Maya within this episode to back him up, basically. He kind of made it seem like it's either you join in on this or you risk your career. As in, Marty gave her essential information to kind of arrest the Laguna's cartel, or like at least fight them for killing people on American soil. And Marty gave Maya a little push saying like, my family's gonna be killed if no action is taken. And moving on a little bit, I'm sorry, I'm jumping around a lot, but in this episode, Marty also consoles Wendy, tries to make her strong, keep her head in the game, you know, because they still have shit to do, even though Wendy's super depressed because she killed her own brother. She got her brother killed, okay? And they both know that they need to cover their asses and everything by getting on Navarro's good side. Navarro is literally their security. So is laundering more the plan, or do they need to think of something else? But yes, they ended up thinking of something else. They needed Maya, or at least the FBI, to crack on the Laguna's cartel so Navarro can win the war, or at least the war will end, which is a good thing for him. And we'll get to his story in a little bit. Let me move on to Wendy first. So Wendy starts off in the episode alone, very, very sad. She's drinking and everything. And what acted as a reality check for her is when she saw like a kid like run into her in the market. I guess it kind of triggered the idea that her kids don't need her. Her family needs her. So she thought that it was time. Just go back home, go to the Ozarks, clear things up, or at least do whatever she can, right? At first they felt like there was no choice but to work with Helen because Helen has so much power, but they did figure out that Helen was trying to plot against them. Like, Helen was making big moves. Everyone was making big moves in this episode, in my opinion. And that's when Jim cleared it up by telling Wendy about Helen trying to get the license and everything from Charles. Those are Season 2 characters. And at this point, Wendy took initiative to contact Navarro and wanted to show him her loyalty, and even said even told him that she had her own brother killed, you know? And at first Navarro was like, I don't give a shit, you do you, man, that's required, no risk, no sacrifices like that. And she also wanted to get Navarro to assure that Helen would be out of like the scheme of trying to take over Bird's enterprises and stuff. So yeah, there's like Helen versus the Birds right now, and Navarro is their leader. If he's getting involved, dude, shit's gonna go down. We know that. Speaking of Navarro, alright, so his girlfriend died because the Laguna's cartel basically stormed the baptism of his third child, baby boy, and he's clearly losing the war. They killed his girlfriend. He's very pissed off, and his kids end up going to Helen's to be safe for a while, you know, before they go back to Mexico to reunite with Navarro. And during this episode, Navarro invites the Birds to a second baptism, and also Helen and the kids. We'll get into that later. So I had a feeling that this was going to happen. Like, it was clear to me. If there was a reaction video, I would have called it. I knew Helen was going to die. Navarro, I knew he would pick the birds over Helen. It's pretty obvious. I'm sure everyone kind of knew. As soon as the birds and Helen arrive, he literally gets Nelson to kill her, like point blank, bam, right when they get to his house, his estate. And it's kind of like, it was like two new beginnings, embraces the birds with a big hug while they have Helen's blood all over them. That is a banger. Crazy way to end the episode. And then they use that song at the end by, I think, the Jewels. I don't really know it myself, but that was a sick song to end the whole episode. I was so hyped at that point. Finally, Helen is dead. She deserved it, man. Alright, and now we're gonna jump back and forth because we clearly know that's how it ends. Because Helen's ass dies and Navarro is stuck with the birds. Or the other way around, the birds are stuck with Navarro. Okay, Helen clearly wanted control over the Birds Corporation, tried getting Charles to help her out with the license, and because Charles was screwed over in the previous season by the birds, she thought that that would be a good way to convince him to help her. And yeah, she's trying to play the birds, play dumb, like as if she's not doing anything. And at one point, she even confronted Ruth. She's just like, you down to join up if the birds are out? And she thought about it for sure. And we'll get into that because Ruth ended up quitting on the birds. And Helen even took it a step further by going to Trevor Evans, the FBI agent, and uses Marty. She wanted Marty to look bad by trying to get into witness protection and to turn on Navarro and be an informant or something. So yeah, that's how bad she's trying to play the birds, but that shit did not work out. And then there's Ruth. Ruth is pissed off. You know, she visited Wyatt and Wyatt gave her like advice to question everything. Don't be afraid, figure out what's going on. She asked Wendy and Marty and definitely confirmed that Wendy is sick as hell and got Ben killed. So she quit on them. She's just like, fuck that, I'm out. You know, and that's when she told Helen, and that all sorts of stuff happened with them. And then it was pretty crazy when she confronted Wendy because they said a lot of shit they probably didn't mean in the moment, but it was in the heat of the moment. Mentioned Cade, how Wendy put a hit on Cade, her own father, and put a hit on her own brother. Nuts, right? And then Wendy's like saying that Ruth is dumb, she doesn't understand how things work, you know, brings up Ruth killing her uncles, and oof, that was fire. And Marty was just sitting back chilling like, damn, can't do anything about it, right? Moving on, we got Sam. Sam didn't have a big role, except his ass got arrested, but right before he got arrested by Maya, he proposed to his girlfriend. But his girlfriend thinks he has a gambling problem. But Sam, you know, listening to Marty and everything, is just like, it's okay, everything will be sorted out. Good for Sam. He'll be back in the next season, clearly. We got Charlotte and Jonah, the kids. Man, turn of events for the kids. So Charlotte is just sad as hell, but she's being smart about it. She's so much like mature now within this season, you know. At first, like in the previous seasons, she tried to not be in the family anymore, to be like legally on her own, but at least she came back, right? She wants to stick together. She has like a little fight with Jonah because Jonah confronted the parents, but she's very calm and collected and is willing to help maintain business while the birds' parents go to Mexico. And then there's Jonah, so pissed off at Helen for getting Ben killed. He actually tries to go pull up on Helen with a shotgun and threatens to kill her and everything, but she basically told the truth and let him know that his own parents knew about Ben's death and actually turned him in. So that freaking broke Jonah. He's just so emotional and reckless right now. He found Ben's ashes at the home and he literally shoots his freaking glass door, like the backyard or something. So Jonah, ooh, he's gonna have so many issues with his parents when they come back, and that's the next season. He has his own shit going on. And then lastly, we got Darlene and Wyatt. Man, Darlene is making huge plays. I'm calling it now. She's building something. She's gonna go like have like some war against the birds again. And next season, season 4, I really think Darlene's gonna die. Like, I feel like a major character has died in every season, and I feel like Darlene is going to die, and maybe Wyatt and Ruth will take over. But yeah, in this episode, she clearly knows that the birds did Ruth dirty, and she even tries to recruit Ruth, and it worked out. Because she went to Frank Jr. and shot his dick off. with a shotgun. I think it's a shotgun, but dude, she shot his dick off and made big plays by convincing Ruth to join. And Ruth is just like, all right, you did something for me. You shot this man's dick off who put me in the hospital. So yeah, I'm gonna join you. And plus Wyatt's there, so they got like a in-town folk thing going on because Darlene likes people who are actually from the Ozark. And then Darlene makes another big move by confronting Frank Cosgrove, KC mob boss. She convinced him to join up and have like a 50-50 partnership for her new poppy heroin business that she's starting up again. It's either that or go to war. She doesn't feel bad, but she knows that Frank will probably be swayed by money, you know, like get millions and millions of dollars every year by joining up with Darlene, having so much control. She needs the KC mob as a distributor for her business and everything. And I'm pretty sure Frank's gonna take the deal. Even though she shot his son's dick off, you know, that dick is now worth tons of money because of its sacrifice. Big moves for Darlene. Man, overall, I'm so psyched about this episode. It was amazing. I want more so bad. I want to see season 4, you know, for sure. And too bad, gonna have to wait next year. But man, what a banger. But yeah, if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. Totally appreciate it. Let me know what your thoughts were in the comment section below. Check out my other reviews on the previous 9 episodes if you'd like. I didn't have as much energy as I did now within those episodes, but damn, this whole season was amazing to me. I think every season was amazing. But yeah, this is totally gonna be memorable. And feel free to give a like on this video. Totally would love that and appreciate it as well. Please do subscribe, especially if you're new to the channel, you know. Helping small YouTubers is great. Thanks. All right, I gotta figure out what other show to do like reviews on and stuff. So if you guys have any ideas, that'd be amazing as well. Thank you. Have a good night. Take care. Ozark fans, power to us. Peace.